Welcome, graduates, family, friends, and guests to the 2019 graduation ceremony for Northland Community and Technical College. Graduates, I'd like to congratulate you on your accomplishment. I wish you the best of luck in reaching your long-term goals that you've set for yourselves. I want to thank the faculty for their dedication and their commitment to the programs and to their students. Faculty, please rise. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. I also want to thank our support staff for the excellent student services they provide to our students. Let's give them a round of applause. And we have with us 4 retirees today, faculty and support staff who've spent many years working for our students. Please stand. Jack Heyman, History. Al Gunderson, Respiratory Therapy Assistant. Dan Sponsler, Paramedicine. And Student Advising, Maureen O'Connell. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, graduating today with an Associate of Applied Science in Surgical Technology. Please welcome Kat Willems.
Hello, everybody. Before anything, I'd just like to say congratulations to my fellow graduates, whether you're starting out as a career, you're going on to further education, or a combination of both. It is something to be proud of that your journey here at Northland is coming to an end, even though it feels kind of surreal. And I also want to apologize in advance if I cry. I tend to be a bit emotional. It only takes a Hallmark commercial. And when they asked me to do this, my first thought initially was that I'd rather be assisting in an open heart surgery because this is terrifying. But it's also an immense honor. My name is Kat, and I would like to tell you all a bit about my journey. 3 years ago, I was sitting in my living room, and my cousin and my now fiance, my new baby girl, and they were both attending UND at the time, and they were talking about the upcoming year. I felt a little out of place because, well, I wasn't a student. And when I tried to go to school the first time, straight out of high school, I failed. In spectacular fashion, I might add, but nonetheless, I failed. Chalk it up to being not ready, or perhaps choosing the wrong course of action or course of career. Either way, it was an epic fail. I carried that with me, and I never felt like school was ever an option after that. My fiance, Abdullah, always used to get very angry with me when I would tell people that I wasn't smart enough for something or I couldn't go back to school. And when the odd moment came up here and there, and the topic of going back to school came up, I promptly dismissed it. Generally, I was blaming it on the usual: money, not being smart enough, as the usual answer was, or even hiding behind my little girl. Fast forward a year, and then I started to get curious. Abdullah once again told me, go talk to them. So I did. I browsed the website. I'd even taken a tour of Northland years ago, and it seemed like a good fit, but I had no idea what I was going to go for. Then I stumbled across the surgical technology program. To be honest, I had no idea what it even was, or what they even did, so I did what I usually do, and I read about them. They are the ones who were there from start to finish for your surgeries, preparing for the surgery and making sure all of the instruments and supplies are ready, and to anticipate and assist the surgeon. And something about it struck me. Ha! It's Boki. She's the little Asian lady who somehow manages to be in every single surgery for Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, sure, yeah, I can do that. So I did it. I didn't tell anyone, not even my mom at first, till I actually enrolled and started. When I started, I felt like I was about 2 feet tall, and I was absolutely terrified. There were all these younger kids out of school. They were a lot younger than me. You know, they were concerned about moms stealing their phone chargers, and I was concerned about remembering to stop and pick up diapers on the way home from school. But I went head first, determined to do as good as I possibly could do. A couple weeks after the semester had started, I was feeling good about how classes were going. I liked my teachers, I enjoyed what I was learning. I was even starting to gain a reputation for talking a little too much in class. It's a unique experience being in Brent Braga's ethics class, which, by the way, is an entirely discussion-based class. And as he poses a question to the entire class, he says, "Does anyone have anything to add that's not named Cat?" Anyways, I was about to take my first exam, and I was up all night studying for it. My mom called me around midnight, and she told me that my aunt had passed away. So there I was, sitting there trying to figure out how the alphabet and numbers were supposed to get along, and all I wanted to do was run home, to be with my mom, to be with my family. But I didn't. I got up and I went to class. Excuse me. Okay, I told my teacher that she told me that I didn't have to take the exam that day. But I told her that no, I did have to. I didn't know it at the time, but that was the moment standing there talking to my teacher that I realized that this going back to school wasn't an experiment anymore. Before the exam started, I had to try and figure out how to draw my focus away from everything else, because focusing had never been my strong suit to begin with, but this was a whole new level. I left right before the class started, and I ran to the tech desk, and I asked for a Sharpie. And then I wrote the word Amira on the inside of my left wrist. That way, when my mind started to wander, I could just look, and I knew why I was there. I wrote her name on my wrist before every exam that I took at Northland, almost as if to keep reminding myself why I chose to take the leap of faith in the first place. And it worked pretty good. And from that first exam that I took at Northland to the moment here today that I stand in front of you, I've pushed as hard as I could. And much to my surprise, I didn't fail. Time started to fly by, and eventually it was over. Not without its challenges, of course. I'm pretty confident in saying that each and every one of us here today has faced some challenges along this journey of ours, some more difficult than others. But challenges at Northland turned out to be unexpectedly easier to handle in many ways. For instance, in my second semester, I was told I had to have surgery on my elbow. The surgery was to take place before one of my psychology exams. Everyone knows David Christian does not allow makeup exams. He makes you write an essay. I'm not a huge fan of essays, so I told him that I would be there even if I was a little bit out of it. And he told me, "No, you won't." And I proceeded to tell him that if I showed up, he would indeed kick me out of class. And no, he wasn't kidding. He wanted me to take the time that I needed to get better and to come back to class when I was good to go. He told me not to bother with the essay either, take the exam as my dropped exam and get better. I was a little mad at him, I won't lie, because I was worried about my grades. And what if I needed this one because I got a bad grade on one of the other ones? He told me that he knew that I wouldn't get a bad grade, and it turned out that he was right. I had an instance where my little girl couldn't go to daycare one day, and I didn't want to miss my class. I asked Jeff Bell if it would be okay for me to bring her with to our anatomy and physiology class, and I would leave right away if there was a distraction, but there wasn't, and she did awesome. And I didn't have to miss my class. The start of the second year, my fiancé Abdullah had to leave unexpectedly, return to his dad, who was sick. Obviously, I was crushed. I didn't want to have to do any of this alone. School, mom, work. But coming back to Northland was almost like a relief. I had made some wonderful friends, the people that I studied with every day in the cafeteria, and the wonderful gals from the program that were with me. Excuse me. And even the staff. It's funny how even when these challenges that seemed so small felt 100 feet tall, that there was no way that I could climb over them. I never stopped to realize just how this environment at Northland made any of these challenges, big or small, just a little bit easier. From the smiles that greeted you when you walk in the door at the front desk every day, to the faculty and staff that did everything they could to make this experience such an amazing one, and those who genuinely wanted to see you succeed. And I personally would like to thank them all, especially Ruth, my program advisor and instructor. I feel beyond blessed to have had the opportunity to learn from you with the passion that you have for what you teach, and the support and the love that you give to each one of your students. You have made an enormous impact on my life as who I am as a person and who I hope to become as a surgical tech. As we leave here today and start the next chapter of our lives, I encourage you all to take a moment to thank the people who have supported you through all this so far. For me, it is 100% my family. My mother especially, who through her example taught me to never give up no matter what. My fiance for always reminding me that I was smarter than I ever gave myself credit for, and especially my daughter, who has a personality that is about 10 feet tall and by simply existing makes me want to be a better person every single day. I leave you today with one of my favorite quotes from Eleanor Roosevelt. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I lived through this horror. I can take the next thing as it comes along. You must do the things that you think you cannot. Once again, everyone, congratulations.
Thank you, Kat. It is my pleasure to introduce our final platform guest and faculty speaker, Brian Succo. Brian is a welding instructor on the East Grand Forks campus. Welcome, Brian.
Well, good morning. I would like to say thank you to Dr. Bona and MSCF, Minnesota State College faculty, for giving me this opportunity to speak to the 2019 graduating class of Northland Community and Technical College, along with their family, friends, and my colleagues. First, I think you all deserve to know that I'm going to speak to you today for 7.4 minutes. Why did my students just look at their watches? On my drive from Fargo, North Dakota, yes, it is an 83.7-mile commute one way to work each day, I had time to think, and I wondered, if I had an opportunity to speak at graduation, what would I address to this group? Then it came to me. Education. What is the definition of education? Education is a process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and habits. Education methods include storytelling, discussion, teaching, training, and directed research. Out of this, I decided today I'm going to tell you a story that illuminates the power of education. Stories have the power to bring the advice to life and make it stick. I thought of what my life's blueprint has been, where my interests were, and where it was leading me, and where it was brought me to today. Well, I grew up in Alexandria, Minnesota. My dad had an 8th grade education. He was a carpenter, a perfectionist, a hard worker, and to him, every day was a holiday, Labor Day. As I always remember his favorite line, get your hands out of your pockets and do something. One thing I wish he would have never told me, never make a mistake in the bathroom, for that's where you'll sit and look at it. He took the family farm over when he was 15 after the passing of my grandpa that I never knew. He then went to the Korean War, and then he returned. He met my mom. My mom, an X-ray technician with a high school and college education, she is truly an angel. She is the one that picked rocks out of my knee after biffing on my sister's bike, scraped bark out of my teeth after my brothers and I went to see how high we could climb our backyard willow tree, and when I slipped, I grabbed the trunk of the tree and with my tightest grip rode it to the bottom, scraping my face and leaving my front teeth marks on the bark. These are true stories. I think I invented the definition of nurse, the first person you see after saying, watch this. While raising 6 kids, my mom worked at 2 hospitals. My dad and his business partners went on their own. A short time later, interest rates peaked on mortgages. Not a lot of people were building homes. But the work ethics were there as they did a lot of repairs and remodeling as we always had been taken care of. All 6 of us kids went to kindergarten through 12th grade, and all of us continued our education. I played sports year-round. I had a lot of great coaches through college, but my high school coach, Ron Domshot, we knew as Dahmer. He was tough. He made you you. He was my all-time favorite coach. It was 30 years after I played football for Dahmer. I wrote him a thank you note. I told him that he not only taught us football, but about life. The same subject my family taught us so well. A short time later, after taking my mom to church, I saw Dahmer. I went up to say hi. We visited for 1.5 minutes. I shook his hand, and I said I needed to catch up to my mom. As I was walking away, he hollered, Succo. I turned around and he told me, nice enough to frame. My jobs growing up were building go-karts, and tree forts, along with being a paper boy, a dishwasher, a farmhand, and working 3 summers on a roofing crew, besides helping my dad with work projects, and lists of projects he would make us before he got home. In 1980, I invested into something, and that was into myself and my education to become a welder. It was in July of 1981 that I sat in your chair as a graduate. I had a half-hour welding experience before entering the program. At the start of that school year, I was just like you. I was curious before entering the classroom for the first time, wondering what path was in store for my education and what was behind the door for my new opportunity. In 1982, I went to work for a small welding company in Fargo, North Dakota, Larson Welding and Machine. There I spent 13 and a half years running a service truck for Jim Bryden, working everywhere from a hospital to a car crushing yard, and of course on steam engines. I loved my job and the people that I would meet in this profession. If I had questions, which there were many, we would work together as a team to get them resolved. Jim's favorite saying is, "You're not going to learn any younger." During this time, I also spent a lot of time in and out of jail, on the good side of the bars. As I did repairs to cell doors, also designing a jail cell, its own lock mechanism, and a special courtroom chair for an inmate. My family, my mom, dad, 6 kids, is now 52 people. My wife, very dedicated, hardworking individual who will bring cheer to everyone's life. Every day she walks into the house, she always say, "Hello," the voice of hope. They always say you would always look for someone like your mom. We have 4 kids and 4 grandkids, and all the same traits, hardworking and always smiling. Our family size is 13, which brings us up to today. After a total hip replacement, sports related, and because of my experience in this field, and wanting to pass on my experience of this trade, I went into the profession of teaching, the one that I love so much, 23 years now. I would not be here today if it wasn't for my family, my upbringing, my sports, my coach Dahmer, along with my education, the Bryden family, and Jim's favorite saying, "You're not going to learn any younger," as it taught discipline and that we can mentally and physically do it. My students and I joined a field trip this spring where we went into the welding industry for various types of learning. There we learned about aluminum extrusions with a supply warehouse and fabrication, along with different industry settings and artwork. Artwork brings us into a small town, Vining, Minnesota, population 78. Here we meet with a friend of mine, Ken. Ken takes small figures and makes them into amazing forms of metals, large metal sculptures, using scrap iron or lawnmower blades. The students and I are fascinated with his talent. He shows sculptures around his shop, pictures in his office, and previous artwork, such as the bull for the company Toro. Also in his collection of pictures is a copy of a picture that hung in his daughter Karen's room since she was a little girl. On this picture it says, "Learn all you can, and who knows how far you'll go." Karen Nyberg, an astronaut. Why I share this with you, set goals, no matter how big your town is or the company you go to work for. You see in my story, I've mentioned so many of you in this graduating class. And your field of study, promise me that you will always have a smile on your face, hope in your voice, and never turn down an opportunity. Believe as you have invested in your education, your future, and you know now that it's possible to believe in yourself, to hold your pen, and write your story. I hope that even if you never or do not remember a single word of mine, I would like you to commit to your journey as we would like you to create your own legend. Yes, this opportunity is like the story by Dr. Seuss, "Oh, the places you will go." In conclusion, I would like to say thank you to Minnesota State College faculty for this opportunity and to give this group behind me the stage for the opportunities that I've been given to grow. And of course, for the 2019 graduating class at Northland Community and Technical College, I wish you the best of luck, and along with your friends and family, thank you. I would like to now welcome President Bona to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Brian. That was a great presentation, a great speech, and you did us proud. And when I mean us, I'm talking about all the welders in the world. Not all would know, but I taught welding for 7 years, and so I'm very proud. You're being entertained by Surge Tech welder today, and we're actually pretty proud of that. So this isn't my first commencement. In fact, I put pen to paper and did a little calculating a couple days ago, and counting last night, this is my 45th commencement exercise that I have participated in. I don't do that, and don't say that to age myself or date myself or brag. I date that to hopefully establish some credibility for what I'm about to say to you. And that is, in all these commencement ceremonies, I've come to appreciate that there are actually 5 stages of commencement. This is an audience participation exercise, so we're going to get everybody involved here, so please go with me if you will. The very first stage of commencement is relief. So what I need you all to do is start taking a deep breath. Deeper than that. This is for you people up there too. It wasn't easy getting these people through. Okay? These are the supporters. These are the people that supported you out there, and they had a lot of effort involved in this, and we're all invested, and this is actually a great feeling. The pressure's off. The papers are in. The tests are done. Okay? We got all this behind us now, and we can kind of move to the next phase of commencement. This one, I need to see you all. Give me your very best smile, and I'm looking for teeth. Okay, get it right out there. Let's see the smiles. It's beautiful. It's beautiful right there. We got a beautiful smile going there, and this should be everybody because this is the sense of accomplishment that you have, the sense of pride that you have in doing something that, yes, there were people who said you weren't going to be able to get this done, that you wouldn't make it, and you're able to tell them now and show them now, yes, I was. And if there weren't people telling you that, each of you to some extent had some level of self-doubt, you've answered those questions now. There's so much pride that you should experience in this event, in this commencement exercise. It should give you a good feeling. You have earned a credential that no one will ever be able to take away. And that's something to feel very good about. So now we get to the more kind of active portion here, because we're at the point in the commencement, the stage 3, which is celebration. And I tried to think about, okay, how are we going to celebrate? I want everybody to whoop and yell and scream. And I mean, this is, you've scored the touchdown. You've hit the lotto. What do you do when these great things have happened to you? And so you're going to need to cheer. And I think this is a great start. That's a great start. Okay, that's good. That's good. I can tell you're game for this. See, I've got a little theory that the people up there are actually happier than you are that you're finally graduating, okay? Now we're going to try to prove them wrong, and I'm going to have all of the graduates, on the count of 3, give it your best cry, your best yell. Northland is what I'm looking for. Okay, so everybody else kind of hold off. Your part's coming. 1, 2, 3. Not too bad, but you know there's a lot more of them than there are you. Okay, everyone else. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I don't know. Was that a clear winner there? We got to do this one more time. Graduates, 1, 2, 3. It's very impressive. Okay, folks, you kind of let me down that last time. Let's try it again from the audience. 1, 2, 3. They beat you. Yeah, they beat you. Okay. The last 2 stages of commencement are only for graduates, exclusively for you, because you will experience this emotion and maybe others won't. Stage 4 is anxiety, apprehension, fear. I mean, you graduated, and that's really cool, and you should celebrate that. In fact, treat yourselves tonight or over the next couple of weeks. But now the next chapter begins. And whether you're going on to further your education or you're going on out to work for real now, or that job you always intended to get, that's a little bit of change. It's a little bit of pressure. There's a lot of anxiety going on there. And I can help you with that, though. Let me assure you all that you are very, very well prepared to succeed out there in the world as you move forward. Not only, our teachers are so expert, they're so skilled at what they do. I know they've imparted the skill sets you'll need to be successful as you go down the road. The technical skills are one thing. And as we all know, that technical skills have a shelf life of about maybe 3 to 5 years. Then those will expire. And you'll have to learn new skills to be successful. But in your educational experience here at Northland, we have taught you how to learn. That's perhaps the most important thing that we taught you. So whatever challenges you experience that are out there in front of you, you're going to be able to handle those just fine. So you will do well. The final stage of commencement. And this one basically I kind of categorize as nervousness, worried. I mean, you're going to have to get up here and you're going to have to walk across this stage, and there's several thousand people here that are going to all eyes on you. But that's not it. We are live streaming this today. I don't know that we're going to have a Super Bowl size audience out there, but let me guarantee you, if someone trips and falls and derfs it up here, it's going to go viral. There'll be millions of people watching, and you should be worried about that. Actually, the only way we can really help you with that is to get it going. So, Jody, would you please get the ceremony started? Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Dr. Bona. Our nursing graduates will be pinned today as they cross the stage. The pinning is a symbol of the care and devotion a nurse provides to the sick and injured in the practice of nursing. We would ask that you please refrain from approaching the stage to take pictures of your graduate. A professional photographer will be taking pictures today. Graduates, please rise. President Bona, in accordance with the prescribed level of achievement for each instructional program, every one of these graduates has met or will very soon meet the competency requirements for graduation. Therefore, on this 17th day of May, 2019, I certify to you that each of these graduates is eligible to graduate on the date specified on the award and will be entitled to the rights and privileges contained therein.
On behalf of the Minnesota State College and University Board of Trustees, I accept these candidates for graduation and confer the level of achievement earned. Graduates, please be seated.
At this time, the graduates will be recognized and will receive their awards. First row, please approach the stage.
Accounting, AAS, Jen Curry.
Kelsey Gunderson.
Accounting Clerk, Microcomputer Applications Emphasis, Hamana Francois.
Administrative Professional, AAS, JC Abigail Atalano.
Hannah Haraska.
Abdi Ahmed Ali.
Umaru Rodago.
Business AS Distance Education, Kimberly Jenkins.
Kaylee Wilkins.
Computer and Network Technology AAS, Ikaikara Donovan.
Wendell Gear.
Liam Harmon.
Computer Networking AAS, J. Webster Mineral.
Caitlin Kimberly Rosenkrantz.
Cassandra Theus Sarah.
Drake Sondriel.
Austin Taggart.
Medical Coding Specialist, AAS Distance Education, Lori Ann Christensen.
Amy Jalen.
Jennifer A. Nelson.
Patient Access Specialist, Certificate, Distance Education, Lilia Ariku.
Brendan Michael Bike.
Cynthia Marie DeLeon.
Patrick A. Harris.
Sales, Marketing, and Management, Valandria Hunter.
Don L. Patterson.
Early Childhood and Paraprofessional AS, Kaylee Buckles.
Shelby Cadrew.
Carly Forst.
Fanta Jackson.
Emily Landis.
Jolene Elizabeth McFedries.
Montana McGillis.
Kellyanne Louise Pipolo.
Marissa Jo Romans.
Sydney Wagner.
Early Childhood and Paraprofessional AS, Distance Education, Trisha Dunn.
Amanda Holverson.
Fire Technology AAS, Braden Bull.
Zachary Gappa.
Kazuto Hida.
Benjamin Miller. Nailed it.
Lucas Sable.
Health Sciences Broadfield AS, Brianna Searyard.
Nursing AS, Janet Baka Baka.
Corrine Nicole Bell.
Naomi Bioli.
Jennifer Burnett.
Shannon Aaron Kellier.
Patrick Delmore.
Amy Foss.
Sarah Foyt.
Dana Lynn Garza.
Sydney Nicole Germanson.
Joshua Harold Granley.
Christy Nicole Graduleski.
Elizabeth Hansen.
Mandy Horak.
Kristen Camrath.
Emily Lindgren.
Daniel David Lipinski.
Emily Lewick.
Shelby Alyssa Mickelson.
Haley Mikula.
Courtney Nepstead.
Anna O'Gorman.
Gwendolyn Otang.
Winnie Padmore.
Nicole Pelletier.
Courtney Place.
Jocelyn Roll.
Abby Elizabeth Salo.
Caitlin Lane Sanborn.
Leonie Sango.
Taylor Renee Slothog.
Lexi Stenson.
Shalane Strout.
Emily Swenson.
Pema Tamang.
Austin Trifter.
Practical Nursing Diploma, Cody Akerson.
Ashley Ameo.
Elizabeth Amundsen.
Madison Anderson.
Jane Antolin.
Carrie Bauman.
Tessa Jean Burkholz.
Hannah Boberg.
Summer Brown.
Kristen Brin.
Haley Clayton.
Melody Colucci.
Chantal Jerseski.
Austin Wade Hansen.
Kaylee Haug.
Alexa Heinley.
Lauren Craigbaum.
Felicia Lee.
Maureen Lukong.
Chelsea Martine.
Kristen Miller.
Samantha Mindak.
Colleen Nestall.
Curly Niefor.
Charles Oba.
Demakeline Ombaba.
Masleen Ombaba.
Capri Ram.
Duo Samuka.
Alexandra Swanson.
Joshua Swanson.
Natalie S. Taves.
Lily Elizabeth Kellier.
Sarah Clark.
Kenya Olson.
Jason Shomo.
Rachel Essler Sprung.
Jenna Vigasa.
Occupational Therapy Assistant, AAS, Emily Hestekin.
Marissa Jevney.
Emily Lansdowne.
Brianna Ortloff.
Miranda Selig.
Leah Trosted.
Paramedic, AAS, Jennifer Freeman.
Caitlin Miller.
Jesse James Mott.
Pharmacy Technology AAS, Gebre A. Mbe.
Brenna Hagen.
Haunani Morton.
Pharmacy Technology Diploma, Vanessa DeLeon.
Shema Abraham.
Phlebotomy Certificate, Lauren Elizabeth Carter.
Matt Christensen.
Jennifer Costi.
Abby Prue.
Anya Sarah.
Kaylee Strakada.
Jayshawn Tubles.
Physical Therapist Assistant AAS, Christopher Bowman.
Nolan Nelson.
Brianna Olson.
Emily Omberg.
Jennifer Paisley.
Dylan Shimmick.
Caitlin Stasny.
Tatum Warner.
Radiologic Technology AAS, James Breland.
Jonna Caldwell.
Chandra Renee Fisher.
Donna Martin.
There you go. Good. Julia Renner.
Whitney Shear.
Hope Lauren Seeley.
Lauren Sievertson.
Taylor Mackenzie Sievertson.
Joseph Scarvold.
Respiratory Therapist AAS, Haley Aum.
Alexandra Broughton.
Awa Baroko.
Jennifer Joy Milligan.
Lake Pokreal.
Jordan Marie Post.
Josephine Tokpa.
Surgical Technology, AAS, Aura Burkhart.
Emily Dubbin.
Paige Emmanuelson.
Emerencia Mepekam.
Dalapo Olawaye.
Michaela Jean Schaefer.
Ellie Sullivan.
Cassandra N. Vargas.
Catherine Williams.
Ashley Wright.
Liberal Arts and Sciences, AA, Hafsa Aiden.
Farah Ali.
Jenalee Noel Bragg.
Kendra Brisk E.
Gabrielle Clavo.
Brady Friend.
Casey Hansen.
Amanda Kiefer.
Liberal Arts, AA, Patrick Kenna.
Gas Moene.
Jabarti Musa.
Margarita Rodriguez.
Brianna Marie Visnes.
Caitlin Winter O'Hara.
Alex Wagamuth.
Liam Young.
Architectural Technology and Design, AAS, Jaden Bachmeyer.
Matthew Neal.
Peyton Swigdahl.
Architectural Technology and Design Diploma, Kinda L. Fatlawi.
Construction Electricity Diploma, Logan Odness.
Wyatt Cassavan.
Carson Henry Scott Siglowski.
From Argyle, Minnesota, Nicholas Dufault.
Tristan Crawford.
Franklin Mbong Umbule.
Andrew French.
Connor Lohman.
Caden Myers.
Wyatt James Autumn.
Cameron Rance.
Justin Smith.
John Trudell.
Construction Plumbing Diploma, Zachary Berg.
Jeremy David Hicks.
Merle Holverson.
Timothy Luoma.
Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning and Construction Plumbing, AAS, Dalton Brown.
Brittany Elise Denisha Jackson.
Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning Diploma, Matthew Amundsen.
Manufacturing Process Technology, AAS, Warsam Ali.
Welding Technology Diploma, Brandon Thomas Betcher.
Jordan Castaneda.
Christopher Papillon.
Shelby Lynn Rady.
Sigwald Remy.
Jarrett Wayne Wrestler.
Nathan James Tomford.
Phlebotomy Hoodoo Ali.
In keeping with tradition, all graduates can now move their tassels from the right side of their mortarboard to the left. My congratulations to you.
Parents, spouses, relatives, and friends, I would like to let you know that we at Northland, much like you, share that pride in our graduates' accomplishments. Give your friends and parents an applause. In closing, I want to again congratulate all of the graduates. I wish you the greatest success in this next chapter of your lives. Friends, parents, and families, please remain seated until the graduates have exited the auditorium. Thank you.